Okay, hi everyone, Steve again here. We're going to talk, I went to the back end of the driving range to do these because we have some pretty severe slopes, and this is going to be the downhill slope. We see this sometimes coming in on 9 North, on 13 South at certain areas. Obviously 13 South you can have a variety of slopes. So what do we need to do on a downhill slope? Well, let's first of all decide what distance we have into the green. Let's say I can hit a 7-iron 160. I'm on a downhill slope and I have 160. I might consider a 7-iron, but just swing smoothly, because the first thing you have to recognize is that with a downhill slope, this is the normal loft of the 7-iron. Right here. I'll get it correct, here we go. But because of the nature of the slope is this way. So I'm now turning my 7-iron because I'm going to always follow the contour of the slope with my swing. It's now going to become somewhat like a 5-iron. So this ball will not land on the green. It will land short of the green, but it's going to come off a lot lower and it's going to run more. So even if I'm at my normal distance, I may not change my club if I feel I can get it there and the course is rolling a little bit. If it's not rolling, as we know it doesn't always in Elmridge, you might have to take an extra club. Why would you need an extra club? First of all, it's going to come off lower and roll, so you'd think it would go as far. However, the adjustments you have to make, you have to choke down on the club, because if you don't choke down on the club, the ground is higher back here. You'll hit the ground back here. So number one, choke down on the club. It's going to be difficult to do a big turn and load up onto the back foot, because if you do so, rule number one, golden rule, is make sure that the shoulders are parallel or as close to possible as being parallel to the slope. Basically, the slope is here. I'm going to try to get my shoulders this way. If I start to turn and load into my right side, my upper body is going to be back this way, and now I'm going to increase my risk for hitting the ground. So we actually don't shift to the right. We start with a little weight on the front foot, the left foot for a right-handed golfer. Choke down, get my shoulders level with the slope, turn, but stay steady, don't shift onto the right, and try to do as good a follow through as possible. You can see that ball is going to come off really low and it's going to run. The tendency is too, because we're not going to do a full turn, we probably won't be approaching from the inside as much. We have an opportunity here, we probably will be a little more upright in the swing, all to avoid the grass back here and to make good contact. So that being the case, the ball may actually slice or fade a little to the right, again for a right-handed golfer, so make sure you aim left. Focus in on balance, maybe a little wider stance, no movement, swing back, your turn might be limited, and really focus on a good follow-through. It's easy to follow through on this slope because gravity is pushing you that way. Hopefully this helps. And you really don't have to play with the ball position too much on these slopes. You can keep it in a normally prescribed position for the club that you're using. Give it a try, and feel free to ask any of us for some questions that you might have for these slopes. Thanks.